Hello, welcome to the conclusions video. So I have them under the same submission on Google Classroom. So you can check out the conclusions. There's nothing in it. Okay. So what am I looking for when it comes to project conclusions? So a lot of times students believe it's just a yes or no, or yes, my question was proved, et cetera, et cetera. What you need to now look back at is the variable analysis and the data analysis. So you've gone through, you have moved your data analysis, you have your Google survey results with those graphs, you've moved stuff into Fathom, you've done some analysis, pulled some questions out, and you, from all that, you've done probability calculations. At this point in time, you are going to draw or talk about what conclusions can you draw from your research. So what you want to do is you want to look at your data analysis. So for each data analysis component, so for everything that you found inside your survey, so remember, when you created your survey, it should have been questions that are linked back to your inquiry question. So then when you did your analysis, you were basically analyzing results that are linked to that inquiry question. So for each analysis component, in the analysis, you discussed what you saw. And now for this, you can go through and you can summarize and draw conclusions. So for each of the variables that you identified and that you asked on the survey, you're now looking at it and drawing your conclusions saying, students at MDHS did not agree with gender being an issue when it came to divorces or whatever your topic is. So this is your opportunity to kind of summarize your 5+ trends and draw strict conclusions. Does it align with your research? So those are for each of, so for each of your components, you're basically analyzing the following. Okay, does the results align with your research? So your research is your annotated bibliography. So in the annotated bibliography, did it say that 90% of teenagers think gender plays a role in divorce? Did your results align with that? So you comment on my findings aligned with the research that's out there, or my findings did not align with the research out there. This is where you may pose suggestions as to why it did or did not. All right, so this is where you have an opportunity to say the data, does not align with the research. The reason for this is because, and you can put your, the why in here because you're going to see that trend in the data and should be able to answer that question. Finally, does it support or disprove your inquiry question? So when you're looking at this, is this leading to support your inquiry question? Are you proving that, gender plays a role in divorce? And does it, support that, or does it disprove that? So it's your opportunity. So for each of the components that you identified in your data analysis, you're now going to answer kind of these 3 questions as to how it aligned with your research and what it really means for your project. That's about it. So again, you're looking at, if you did 5+ trends in your data analysis, you're probably going to have 5+ paragraphs here in your conclusions. Depends on the elegance level of the writer. For myself, it's going to be a paragraph for each one. For yourself, you may be able to tie things together very succinctly, and that's acceptable as well. So that gives you a general feel for the conclusion. So you can be very structured like myself and identify each one individually. If you're a more confident writer, then you can kind of tie things together and make it sound really, really pretty. So if you have any questions specifically about the conclusions, let me know, but that should give you a general idea of what the expectation is.